say what to do when the smoke clears a room. You got my back up against the wall. I'm so ready. Hey y'all, hey! Happy Saturday! Hurry up or whatever! I've been asleep all day, y'all, so I'm hype or whatever. Hey, daughter! Do you know that you gangster? I just came to remind y'all about y'all gangsterism or whatever. Go ahead and roll your L as I sit back and say, hey. I don't know what to say, what to do when the smoke clears the room. Hey y'all, my Saturday is going amazing. I started off the day very productive, and then I took a nap, and I woke up like, I didn't know what day it was, I didn't know what time it was. So I had to come check on y'all, you know. I think of you every day, love. Hey, love. Hey, love. You're something special. Hurry up, daughter! Hey, y'all! Switched it off the liquor. Switched it off the liquor. Dark skin, thick complexion. Hey y'all, hey! Hey, Mr. Black in my Facebook husband! If I make you stay your best, we can break up the wake up the makeup sex. Because I'm bad up against the wall. I feel so crazy and all when it's your makeup. Y'all the group! You and me. She said I want to breathe you, boy. How many people make y'all feel like, yo, I need you to breathe? Y'all gonna be like, nobody, no motherfucking body. Hey y'all, hey, hurt me up or whatever. Hey y'all, I just came to sprinkle some love and positivity on y'all timeline. I've been resting all day, so you know, this is what y'all get after like 13 hours of sleep. Hey daughter! No? Yes, Mr. Beckett, I'm energized. You got me started. When I woke up, I had a note from Mr. Beckett who said the next topic for QueenTv After Dark needs to be, you better shake your head then, keep on shaking it, Lulu. Yeah. How many of y'all spent somebody back to the streets? Like, bye, bitch. See ya, nigga. You want to play in the streets? Go play in the streets. But it's dirty out there. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's dirty. And it's stinky. I had to hit the Heisman on your homie. Stepping in here. Bad bitches only. Yo, he said I knew I had to trash that. Bounced on that ass, turned that nigga into a flashback. It was just a memory. Hey, Mr. Bird. Hey, cutie. Y'all better change your passwords. Got him on deck. Tell that nigga bitch die. traded him my old man. He was just a lease, running around town till I leave. Turning back to the streets like da-da-dee-da-dee-da, yeah. Turning back to the streets like la-da-dee-da-dee-da, yeah. Hi, y'all! Okay, I'm done. Hey, y'all, hey! I don't like Janae Aku's part. She said I'm a player-ass bitch and you know it. And she said something about jumping on some new dick. So I'm not a player and I don't want to jump on no new dick. My old dick is just fine. Hey, y'all! Consider yourself blessed. You got to fuck with the baddest. That's what I need y'all to tell. All these motherfuckers that's out here, they playing, they don't recognize niggas and bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some good dudes out here, right? Fucking around with trash bitches. So we trained them in. They was just a lease. Bitches can go back to the streets too, because bitches is trash too. I sent her back to the streets. Hi, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, I'm going to get serious now. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Boo. Hey, Mr. Burr. Hey, cutie. Lulu up in here shaking his head. I'm shaking my head, too. Hi, y'all. Hey, Mr. Wilson. My Facebook husband up in the halls. My daughter up in here. Yeah, Mr. Bird said facts. Niggas ain't shit and bitches ain't shit either, right? We don't discriminate on QueenTv. It's all about respect and love and forgiveness and taking accountability for your shit, right? Because we are all responsible to handle our own shit, right? We can't get in relationships and blame. Oh! I got Hey, Ladybug! Yo. Okay, so yo, you can tell your soul family, right? Because like we all, like if y'all notice, like we're all posting like the same symbolism and shit like that. I don't know why I fell in love with ladybugs like a couple weeks ago, right? So I started posting ladybugs or whatever. And then my girlfriend who has a book called A Tulip Named Ladybug, if I'm not mistaken. I do have the book. But and it got a ladybug on it. So maybe like a couple days before she dropped her book, I started posting ladybugs. And then the other day, I was talking to my foster parent. We always had a really good connection. And how about she had a tattoo of a ladybug, right? And then, but even before that, I noticed a video of another person that I'm very connected to, and they had not a ladybug, but a woman dressed in a red dress with white dots, almost like a ladybug, right? And then I got word, because she be talking to the universe and stuff. So I got word that I had a past life in the 1950s, right? So I Googled 1950s fashion, and how about the first thing that came up is a lady dressed in a red dress. It's like A-line, it's like fitted at the waist, and then it flares out, and it was red, and it had like a peekaboo panel, I guess, and the peekaboo panel was polka dots, like a motherfucking ladybug. So God is bringing together our soul families, because a lot of us are making changes, right? We're making changes to like our social circles. Some of us are having, hey boo, hey cutie, hey Mr. Red. Y'all be cute as shit. Y'all be young than a motherfucker though. Y'all cute. Some of y'all though, like y'all like my son's age. Y'all 30. I'm pushing 50. People be like, age ain't a number. Shit, I love you. I'll be your sexy auntie. But age do make a difference, right? Because with age comes maturity. And I know people love to be like, age is just a number. Yo. But you know, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Because I'm sure some people are old soul. And I'm sure that there are some people that are mature for their age. However, you cannot negate, like your soul can be old, right? Because our soul is comprised of energy, and energy never dies, right? So that's why I now believe in reincarnation. You older than me, Mr. Bird. Well, let me come to your page then, Mr. Cute Gray Scully. So, yeah, so energy never dies, right? And our soul is comprised of energy. So that is why I do believe in reincarnation, because our body, this shell, does die, but our energy continues to live on, right? So I do believe that people can be an old soul. I do believe in that. However, hey, Prince. However, even with your soul being old, there's still certain things that you have to go through in the 3D that, you know, will mature you. So, you know, like a couple years difference is okay, but like if I'm like in my mid 40s and you're like in your mid 30s or your early 30s, like that's a huge gap, right? And even a 10-year gap, like I was even kind of like open to that, because after my divorce I was like, I want to get me a 10 young, you know what I'm saying? Like, you delivered from narcissism, you fall in love with yourself, you be like, you know what I'm saying, maybe I can be a cougar, right? But you know, even with that, I don't know, like I still saw quite a bit of there was a maturity gap, you know what I mean? Because people have to Mr. Wilson, you gotta be a young, but see, I'm a young 45. She's a young 45 with like no kids and shit, like young 45, empty nester, like, so so I'm kind of like 50-year-old mind, heart, and soul, but like 30-year-old energy. I would say 20-year-old energy, but I don't know what 20-year-olds is looking like. But maybe like 30-year-old energy, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little 20-year-old. I don't know. Catch me on a good day. Okay, Mr. Bird, I'm 45. All right. I'm gonna say, I don't know. But hey, y'all, hey! So first and foremost, I want to, I need to burn some sage. How about that? Where's my red sage? Y'all, let me tell y'all, my teenager, Luna, so they said that your animals, oh my God, I got so much to talk to you all about. All right. There's a new moon tonight. I know, Mr. Red, I checked out your page. You's a baby. Wait, so if you got 9 years on me, that makes you, what, 36? I don't know. I probably thought you was younger than that. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't see I don't see the sage that I really want to burn. All right, so we're going to burn some sage, right? Because burning sage helps with clearing your space, right? And let me tell y'all, I'm going to be a little transparent. I have been through a lot. Mr. Red, don't be lying to me! Mr. Red, your page do not say that you 54. I might have stayed on your page a little longer. Your page do not say that you are 54. Where you live? Yo, you... That's crazy. Anywho, so, yeah, you guys. So, a little transparency. So, we're going to burn this sage, right? I have been under a lot of spiritual attacks, right? So, that's why I be telling everybody, make sure that y'all are, like, not sleeping on y'all spiritual protection, right? Because people will attack you, and I did not realize how prevalent black magic is and all of that kind of stuff, but like people are like really into that, right? And when they don't like you, they put attacks out on everything, your money, your finances, your love life, right? Some of us have had those types of attacks on our lives since we were young, right? So we've been going through certain things, certain struggles, and little did we know we were born with an angel and an agent, right? Because we had something very important to do in life, right? So we had someone there trying to stop us from reaching our destiny, but then we also, a lot of us didn't even realize, because we went through so much trauma and abuse. Like, we just felt like God doesn't even love me. I know we had angels there to protect us, right? So hey y'all, hey Will, hey old co-worker. So we talking about spiritual protection, right? Because a lot of us have a very, very profound giftings, right? And we're just now coming into the fact that we are gifted, highly gifted. And there's a lot of spiritual attacks, right? So I have been going through a lot of spiritual attacks and things of that nature since summertime. Thank you, Mr. Longer. So I'm burning this sage with the intention to cover my channel and anybody listening, because people will do anything. They will attack your platform. I have noticed a huge drastic drop in my numbers. They will attack your finances. Your finances will be under attack. You will find that longer. You like that, huh? You'll find that you may be getting into business and you notice that you for a period of time you're connecting with a lot of very shady business partners, things of that nature. You know, black magic. People working against us. So, I just want to encourage you guys. We don't want to give a lot of energy and time to negativity, but I just want to encourage you guys to make sure that you guys are spiritually protected, especially those of us that know that we have a spiritual calling on our life or some type of gifting. And like I always say, gifts go, well, the Bible says it too. Gifts go without repentance, right? So you don't necessarily have to be doing everything perfect in life and be this perfect person for you to have a call on your life, right? Because a lot of us realized that we were gifted when we were young. And a lot of times what happened is we started operating in our gifts, and what did people do? They put us down, they made us feel bad. So we just tucked our little gifts away and we didn't use them, and now we're adults and it's like, I want to utilize my gifts. So imagine if we had somebody there from the time we were young, cultivating our gifts, encouraging us, telling us that, we are gifted and we're chosen and we're not weird and we're not the outcast. Imagine if we could be raised and we weren't treated as the black sheep, right? But instead we were treated as the royalty that we were, as the star of the family as we were, the golden child, right? But a lot of times we were the black sheep. We were the one that was always getting in trouble. We were the outcasts. We were the topic of discussion. We was the gossip of the family, all that bullshit. But I just came to tell you guys that is because the enemy wanted to stop you from reaching your fullest potential. He wanted to stop you before you completed your assignment. He wanted to stop you before you realized who the fuck you was. God damn it. But guess what? He did not succeed, because I'm here to tell you that you are great. You better heart me up or whatever. I'm here to tell you that you are great and there is greatness within you. And I also want to send out a special prayer to those that are coming out of narcissistic relationships, because being in a relationship with a narcissist is very traumatizing mentally for men. It happens for men and women, right? Because a lot of times men date women that are narcissists. How do you know that a woman is a narcissist? Because she's the type of bitch that whenever you break up with her, she's going to make your fucking life miserable, right? She's the type of bitch that got with you, got all connected, intertwined with your family, so that when things go wrong, she can run to your family, shit on you. She got all intertangled in your finances. So like now you got a whole bunch of assets and shit. She's tied to it. She's on your paperwork. She was handling your paperwork because she snuck in and she acted like she was so sweet and so precious and trustworthy, and she had your back, and she allowed you to do this and do that. But in reality, she trapped you in a mental prison of shame and blame, and made you feel as though she was the only person that was there for you. You probably withdrew from your family. You probably withdrew from your friends. Every time you do something wrong, you have to worry about that bitch running all your fucking business to every fucking body. It's called a smear campaign. And I'm just highlighting some of the women, since I have a lot of men on here tonight. But women go through it with men, and men go through it with women. And I don't feel as though men have an outlet to really talk about the shit that has just got rid of. Yes! Go, Mr. Bird! I know that's right! Because a lot of us are chosen and divine. So that's why we've had narcissists attached to our lives, all of our lives. Like, if y'all look back, those men who have a history and those women who have a history of dating narcissistic men, if you go back and you look in your family, you probably had narcissistic men or men that were emotionally unavailable in your life, all your life, right? So then we chose people that had that same toxic energy signature of our family. So although it was toxic and it was dysfunctional, it felt comfortable, right? So that's why I don't talk, we don't shade anybody right here on QueenTv. We respect everybody's journey, and we respect where everybody came from, right? Because there's a reason why we do the things we do. There's a reason why we choose the people that we choose, right? And I feel like men don't have a real outlet to talk about the fucked up shit that happens to them, because it's very emasculating, and I feel it's disgusting. Any woman who feels as though they have a right to make a man feel less than a man, like I say, fuck those bitches. Like, death to those bitches. Like, that shit is so, sorry to be so profane, but it's so out of order, right? It's so out of godly order. It's disgusting. Like, as a woman, like, we are created out of God. Like, God made us out of Adam's rib. Like, we're to be a helpmeet. That's what the Bible says. I don't know if different religions have different things, but like I was raised Christian, so we're supposed to be a helpmeet, right? Like, we're not supposed to try to rise above a man and dominate a man. It's disgusting and it's out of order. All right, so that's what we're gonna say about that, right? And then also, these women, they engage in abuse. It's emotional abuse. Sometimes it's physical abuse. Like, everybody's not talking about all the things that go on behind closed doors. Why? Because it's fucking embarrassing and it's disgusting, right? And a lot of us are ashamed of the fact that, like, how the fuck did I put up with this shit, right? So that's why when you come here on QueenTv, we love everybody, right? We accept everybody. All I ask is that you be accountable for your shit. Be accountable for your healing. So I said all of that to say, I want to send up a special prayer for all of those that are recovering from narcissistic abuse, right? Because coming out of those relationships requires a special recovery time, because it's a different type of abuse, right? I am a narcissist recovery person. And yeah, so I'm gonna write the book. Hopefully I can, I want to write a couple of books, but I actually, like, I know that there's men that have gone through the same things as women. So I want to co-author a couple of books. Like, my perspective, kind of like how Tony Gaskins did with his wife. I want the male perspective, I want the female perspective, and I want it all in the same book. So I want to send a special prayer out to those who are recovering from narcissistic abuse, right? And I want to say, take it easy on yourself. I want to remind you to love on yourself. Self-love is the remedy, right? Like, self-love is like the kryptonite for a narcissist, because what do? They attach to us, right? To bring our self-esteem down, right? To make us question ourselves, so we're not sure about our gifts, we're not sure about our projects, our endeavors, what it is that we should do. Like, they have a very sneaky, thank you, Mr. Bird. They have a very, a man with a purpose makes better choices in all areas of their life. Yes, right? But what if you get with somebody who, like, I know a lot of very purpose-driven, goal-oriented men, right? But what if you get with this chick and she does a very good job of convincing you of her worth, right? Convincing you, like, what a great catch she is. Like, convincing you, you know, what a great team you guys would make. And then let's talk about, you know, sometimes a lot of us, we have, I'm starting to realize, like I talked about soul families, we have people that are coming in our lives and they have the same energy, because energy never dies, right? They have the same energy as like a past life enemy, right? So a lot of times we get connected with people, and not only, like, I don't know, like we live a 3D existence, right? And our 3D existence is tied into, us biologically, right? Like in our body. And then we have a spiritual existence. So I realize some of these people that we connect to and we're really super bonded to and we trauma bond with them, we also have like past life connections with them, right? We got past life karma that we need to work out in this past life. So sometimes we meet people and we're so connected to them. We're just like, yo, like, this is it. I don't know what it is about this person, but like, yo, and you feel that connectedness and you start allowing them into your world and they infiltrate a lot of your world, your energy, and then they fucking change on you, right? So like you were this guy, and then the ones that have purpose, like you're definitely a target, right? Because they see that you're famous, they see that you got it going on, they see your money, your prestige, they start seeing what it is that you can do for them. Some men, like, these bitches was watching y'all before y'all even knew that, like, before y'all knew them, they already seen y'all, spotted y'all, like, made y'all a target. And they come in and they do everything that's right, because that's what narcissists do, right? They love bombers. And then we fall in love with them and they change. And then that's what fucks us up, because we're drastically, not drastically, that's not the word I want to use. Dramatically, is it dramatically? Intensely trying to get back to what it was that we had at the beginning, because it was so damn good, but it was love bombing. So then you go through cycles in your relationship. So it's good, and then it's sucky, and then it's good, and then it's sucky, and that's how you end up in this cycle. And don't let them play the victim, right? And you came in and you was the provider and you was putting it down, because that makes it even harder for you to just walk away, because like now you have all these ties to them, and like now you feel this obligation to them, right? So I said all that to say, and we're gonna get to Mr. Beckett's subject. I said all that to say I am saying a special prayer for those who are healing from narcissistic abuse, right? It takes some recovery time. It takes some alone time. I want to encourage you guys, Reiki. That is something that I will be offering in the future. But while I'm in training, all that stuff, I still want to tell you guys good ways to be able to recover from certain situations besides therapy. I did not go to therapy, but I am a therapist. I did go to therapy. I went to like 3 sessions, right? I didn't go to therapy after the relationship because I was already like so deeply entrenched in the information as to like how to recover and all of that kind of stuff. So I was going to become a coach, but I don't fucking want to talk about narcissists all day. I want to talk about love and all that shit, right? So, Reiki. That is a good way to reset, recharge. You want to do a lot of heart chakra work, because remember we talked about crystals that help with your heart chakra. So rose quartz, right, and aventurine, right? So you want to utilize, and actually for those that are in Philadelphia, I worked, some people are for a season, yup, and you have to rationalize parts of you until you really are fulfilled. That's so very, very true, right? And then also too, we don't want to forget, thank you, Mr. Berg, and we also don't want to forget that even though, you know, we go through these things, right, with these people, and it is horrible and it's horrific, it grows us, right? That's the one thing we don't want to forget. A lot of us go through an entire spiritual awakening when we pull back from a narcissist. So they are agents but they push us, right? And the biggest thing that they teach us is self-love, right? And we have to undo certain unhealthy patterns that we learned as children, and that made us victims for the narcissist anyway, right? So me, myself, personally, I felt as though I was obligated to assist those who were struggling emotionally, right? So anybody who I was in a relationship with and they had some type of emotional issue, depression or something like that, I felt this need to be there, and I was still like in my fixer mode. Like, we have to learn to stop being a fixer and allowing people to walk their own journey, and realizing that you can't fix people. Excuse me, you can't do it for them. You can't come in and, you know, try to take over, because a lot of times that's how we become victims of narcissists, because we get out of one relationship where we may have been really beaten down, and then we don't heal or go through the process fully and realize why we were in that relationship, and then we turn around and we get into another relationship and it feels different because we feel like we're the fixer, right? Or we don't feel like we're the fixer, but we kind of are. So then we go and we rescue someone else that seems to be a victim, right? But most times they are covert narcissists, and covert narcissists appear to be the prey. Like everybody's always preying on them, like they're the victim, but in reality, they are the predator, right? Those are covert narcissists. So that's how we end up entangled in those relationships. And even some of us, who's requesting to come on here with me? And even some of us who are very much, I just added you, Mr. Bird. Even those of us that are very much, we can be very elevated. It doesn't take us as long to kind of like spot these people, but even some of us that are very much evolved, we can still kind of become a victim of a narcissist. But most times, it's not going to take us long. Mr. Bird, you can come on. Like, when I hit it, it said it expired or something like that. But yeah, you can come on camera. So yeah, you guys, so I just want to say a special prayer to those that are currently in a recovery process. It may look like kind of like isolation and just working on you. And I just want to encourage you to do things that will help open up your heart chakra. Remember that there are people out here in this world that are loving and kind. It's not a cold, cruel world, right? Because narcissists make you feel so alone. Hey, Danae Y. Hey, my love. That's my niece. Hi, boo. I love you. But coming out of a narcissistic relationship, like, yo, those relationships make you feel so alone. Like, they literally take you down, right? They take you to the lowest. Like, let me see. I got out of my narcissistic relationship in 2019, November 2019, right? So y'all see me and y'all know who I am and all this and all that. But yo, when I tell you I was crying in the arms of my 17-year-old, and I don't believe in grown-ups putting their stuff on children, right? But that's just how bad it was. I was like I literally did not want to be here. I wasn't suicidal per se. I didn't have a suicide plan. I just knew I don't want to be here anymore. Like, this world is cold. Like, fuck this world. Like, if this what living is, no thank you, right? But that came from just like, they make you feel so mentally isolated and so alone, right? And that's their fucking plan. That's their plan. So, if you are currently in isolation, I encourage you to dig deep into your self-love, do things that will help open up your heart chakra. I don't care if it's listening to romantic music, remembering who loved you, reading old love notes, whatever the case may be. Please do not feel alone. Do not go back to that monster that you ridded yourself of. Realize that you are not alone. It will not always be this bad. You will feel better. Open up your chakra. Do some energy work. Reiki is really, really great. There is a Reiki practitioner on South Street. She does crystal Reiki. I believe the name of the place is like Serenity or something like that for those that live in Philadelphia. If not, there is a lot of videos on YouTube. Okay, and then soon your girl will be a Reiki practitioner. Cause like I'm just sick of motherfuckers out here like really like fucking with people's energies, like just like all kinds of stuff. Like even I have been a victim of it. That's how I became aware of it. That's how I started learning how to energetically protect myself. So please know I will be going through my friends list. And if I get an intuitive hit about you and I feel like you should not be here and you are just a spy from the other side, please know I will be deleting you. I have over 4,000 something or whatever friends. I started picking up friends. I had a lot of people, so I have a lot of things to say. However, it's real out in these motherfucking streets. I got shit to do, so please know that I will be going through my friends list. And if you are just an agent, if you are a practitioner coming to figure out why your black magic didn't work, because I come in the light of the Most High God. Let me just say, I talk about a lot of things, but I represent the Most High God. I am an earth angel. I am a spiritual being having a human experience or whatever. So if you want to know why your black magic didn't work, why I'm not dead, why I didn't lose my job, why my money is still okay, that's why, okay? And if you want to know why you are now getting sick and you don't understand what's going on, it's because you're tampering with somebody that belongs to the Most High God. All right, so that's the disclaimer for tonight. So we can get into the ratchetness, y'all. So the question was, how did I find my way to recovery? I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and I just learned when you are with a narcissist. Well, first of all, I identified it as abuse, right? That's very humbling, right? To actually say that you were a victim of abuse, but that's the first thing I did, is just recognize it for what it was, which was abuse, right? And then I realized that it's a lot of evil-spirited people out here. It is, but you guys have to realize that it is, but we can't allow them to get us discouraged, because guess what? There's a lot of very divine people out here, right? So that's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on who we are and why we are here. And a lot of us are here right now because we are starseeds or we are light workers, meaning that we are here to help to elevate the earth's vibrations. So narcissistic people are very low vibrational. And the reality is the world is full. You better hurt me up, daughter. The reality is the world is full of a lot of very low vibe people. However, we are here to elevate the earth's vibration. That's why we're changing. That's why we're disconnected from narcissistic people, right? That's why we're tapping into our gifts and we dreaming dreams, Mr. Beckett. Because we are here to be a light, right? So we gotta recognize the evil motherfuckers, right? We gotta recognize them for who they are, but we're not giving them that much time and energy because we're stronger than them, right? We're stronger than them. We shine brighter than them. And us being awakened, like our one awakened soul is the equivalent of 1,000 other people's awakenings, right? And we're not even going to talk about twin flames because a lot of us are attacked because we have a twin flame, right? Twin flames, they're responsible for tens of thousands of people's spiritual awakenings, right? So like the enemy doesn't want to see his kingdom fall, but it is. So he wants to keep us tied up in like these negative cycles. But anyway, so my recovery, I kind of understood. I studied what it is that it does to your brain, right? So narcissistic abuse, it affects like our executive functioning. If you notice when you're dealing with somebody narcissistic, your ability, like I couldn't even sit down and do a to-do list. Like I couldn't pay my bills. Like I just always felt like all my thoughts was swimming. Like my head was always swimming. I couldn't focus, things like that. So I just, number one, I took it easy on myself. I did a lot of self-love, you know, just like taking care of myself. I read a lot of information on it, I watched a lot of videos to just kind of understand why, you know, why I made the choices that I did, why I stayed in the situations that I did. And a lot of it was my childhood programming. So when I realized that I was the quicker picker-upper kid, then I could kind of understand, like, oh, okay, so this is why I was in this relationship, this is why I stayed so long. Kind of undoing the cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is basically like all the reasons that you tell yourself to stay, all the reasons why you stayed. So just kind of like undoing that. Take it easy on yourself. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, just really like loving on yourself and realizing, oh, mentally, okay. Some of the mental things you can do is, a lot of times when you're in a narcissistic relationship, they cause a lot of doubt, right? There's a lot of situations that you just, what? Oh my God. They gaslight, right? So gaslight means basically if I'm like, hey, my shirt is black and it got rainbow colors on it, you're going to look at me and be like, your shirt is not black. Like, your shirt is blue. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the shirt is blue and it's blue. Everybody around can see that your shirt is blue. That's gaslighting, right? Like, basically telling you something that's so not true. Or I come and I'm really happy and I'm upbeat and I'm like, la, la, la. La, la. And you're just like, yo, like, your attitude is just so horrible. Like, you're just such a negative person. I hate being around you because all you want to do is just argue and just be negative. Like, I don't even know. Like, that's projecting. Because most times, whatever it is that they are, they're going to turn around and tell you that you're that, right? So the narcissist a lot of times tells you that you're the narcissist. Or they want to tell you how to live your life. So mentally, a lot of times what we have to do is we have to kind of like go back in our minds mentally and recover all those situations where you're like, I wasn't wrong. I did know what it was that I was seeing. They were doing such and such and such and such, right? So mentally in your mind, you're kind of like recovering all of those times that they caused you to doubt. That helps build your confidence, right? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything y'all said. So let me say. Alright, so so Detroit Red is 54. Happy early birthday. Oh wait. Oh my God. Okay, so Mr. Dwight is having a birthday on Thursday. Happy early birthday. So the 18th, March 18th. Happy early birthday. What you doing for your birthday? All right, 54. That is a good age. Mr. Bird is 46. Okay. Daughter went to go get her glasses. It challenges your faith. Your faith, your intuition, your intellect, it's your money, your emotions, your family ties, all of that. Because the thing is, like, narcissists have certain things that they always do. Smear campaigns, which is when they basically talk shit on you to everybody. Whether it's true, not true, they go back and then they get entertained with your friends, your family, and all that stuff. So, like, whatever, like, anything you ever did wrong, they want to be the victim. So, and then they already connected to all your people. So, like, they just have so much access to talk shit. Like, the worst shit ever. Like, the worst thing you possibly ever did in life. Like, don't have nothing on video or recorded or pictures or anything. Like, yo, them shits is out there on the internet. They're also the bitches that lie and say, oh, they raped me. Oh, like them, oh, they raped. And no disrespect to those who have actually been raped, right? Whatever happened, it happened. Tell your story, all of that. However, there's a group of bitches, covens, witches, black magic throwers, love spell casting bitches, right? That will lie. When they see you about to leave and go, like, now they want to blackmail you. Now they want to use all the shit that they dug up out your phone, your email, and everything else. The fuck that they went through all your shit. Now they want to use that shit and put it out there. I'm blowing the horn, right? So for everybody who's going through this shit and y'all can't speak about it because it's fucking shameful and the shit hurts right now, I'm telling the truth. I'm blowing the horn because these bitches ain't shit, right? And niggas do the same thing, alright? Niggas do the same thing, but I feel like women have more of an outlet to talk about the shit that goes on with them. Men necessarily don't, because sometimes y'all just be like, yo, I just grew up. It's maturity. Just about it. But it's actually like, you didn't realize, no, dog, you just made it through the motherfucking fight of your life. And I feel like some of us right through here, from what I see on like my timeline, some of us realize that like, no, I just went through the fucking fight of my life. Like, cause they don't know when to stop. They want all your money. They just ain't shit. They ain't shit. Mr. Longer, thank you. You like my hair color. That's why it's important we know who we having sex with. It's important to know who you have sex with, because depending on a person's spirit will determine what spirit will touch inside of you. That is very true. And I was thinking about that because, like, I know a lot of people innocently, some people, they want to do like threesomes and stuff like that. And these are things that I think about, right? Because we should know, like, getting into our relationships, like, what are you looking for in a relationship? Like, what do you want your sex life to look like? What do you want your social life to look like? What do you want your life to look like, period, right? So I sit around and I think about shit, right? And, like, not only that, whenever you're single, like, you're trying to decide, like, my next mate, like, what do I, you know what I mean? Like, what do I want from them? Like, what things, you know what I mean? Like, what things do I want us to do together? Blah, 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 right? So I was thinking about the fact that a lot of people are into threesomes and stuff. But now that I understand a lot more, now, no, I've never done a threesome. But now that I know a lot more about energy and people and black magic and all that kind of stuff, I'm just like, yo, you got to be careful. Now, I always felt like you need to be careful, because I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to fuck my man after the fact, right? So then some of us, we feel more secure in our relationship. So like, oh, well, you know, I may be, you know, open to it, blah, 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 right? Darkness needs light to feed off of. Yeah, they do. That's why we got to be, I don't know who said that, but I